Hi, today I'll show you how to set up Eclipse IDE with Tomcat server. There are a few things you need in order to set up your Eclipse IDE, and they're listed here. You need Java Development Kit, you need Eclipse IDE, and you need Tomcat server. And in order for you to get them, you can go to their respective sites. An easier way could be you can go to Google and say download Java Development Kit, then download Eclipse IDE and download Tomcat server, and they'll get you the corresponding software. So assuming that you already have downloaded Eclipse IDE, so you can see that I already have downloaded and unzipped my Eclipse IDE, and I have folder Eclipse J2E Indigo Win32, and I have my Eclipse right here. I also have Tomcat. I have downloaded and unzipped it, so you can see it here too. So the first thing you will do is you will go to Eclipse folder, click on eclipse.exe, and that will start your Eclipse IDE. It will take a few seconds. And once Eclipse IDE starts, what we are going to do is we are going to start a new dynamic project. So let me put my workspace. It's called Eclipse. So I'm going to create a new workspace where I'll be putting my code, and I'll be showing you how to create new dynamic web project and how I'll assign it with Tomcat. Okay, so look at this welcome screen. Close this welcome screen here and go to your Project Explorer. Right click here, say new dynamic web project. If you're not seeing dynamic web project here, then try other and type web. It will filter out dynamic web project. You should be able to see it. If you are not seeing it, it means that you do not have the right Eclipse IDE version. So let's put the dynamic web project, and I will give it a name, say my web project. I'll leave the target runtime. I will set the dynamic web module version to 3.0, and I'll set next. It will say the source is in src folder. Your bytecode will be in build classes folder. Do next, finish. Okay, wonderful. So now if you want to get your Tomcat set up, the easiest way probably will be to create a JSP file first and try to deploy that on Tomcat. In that process, we are going to set up Tomcat. So say I create this new file .jsp, or let's call it index.jsp, and it will open index.jsp, and I'll say hello world, and I'll put the current time here, and I'll be putting new java.util.date, and time is okay. I'm going to save it, and to run this I'll right click and set it as run on server, and this will give me an option of what server I want to deploy on. So I'm going to choose Apache Tomcat 7. Next, paste Tomcat installed. So I'm going to my computer, C drive, softwares, Apache Tomcat, and so basically I've done it. Next, finish. And now what this will do is this has included Tomcat server to Eclipse installation, and it's running JSP there. And you can see that your JSP is running very well here. So it already says that your Tomcat is installed, here, and look at your Tomcat properties, you know, it will show that this is the Tomcat name and type Tomcat 7.0 server, and the vendor is Apache. The other thing you probably would like to do is you probably would like to set up your first servlet. So let's do that. So create new servlet and give it name com dot say xyz dot servlet, and let's call it hello world servlet. So basically go next to finish, and once you do that you will see that your servlet is created, but you have a lot of compilation errors. The reason you have errors because you have not added the class or the jars which are carrying this classes like javax.servlet exception. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the project properties, Java build path, libraries, and add library. I'm going to add the server provided jars to it, which contains all these classes. So when I do that, the comparison errors will go away. Yes. And if I want to do a quick experiment, what I'll do is I will create some code here. So now I've got a print writer object called out, and it's on response. So when I write on it, it will go back to the client side, and I have still an error. So I need to import the class. So to import it, just put your mouse over it and say import. And now to print anything, you say out dot print. Basically you go and say out.println hello world, and this is going to print your hello world. And let's see. So I'm going to set it on server. So with servers I set Tomcat 7, which I already have. I should not restart, but I just restarted. So let's go through this, and now you can see your servlet is running too. So what you have done now is you have created a JSP page which is running on the server. You also created a servlet which is running on your server. And this way you have already set up your Eclipse IDE to work with Tomcat. I hope you found this tutorial very useful, and if you liked it, let us know your comments so we can post more tutorials and training items on this. Thank you so much for your time and watching that.